Emotional intelligence has become a topic that I speak on frequently. Emotional intelligence takes into account our thoughts and our feelings, and also if we can recognize the thoughts and feelings of others, what drives us and motivates us to go to work every day and work hard and to achieve. And also, how can we use social skill to be wildly successful in our personal and professional lives? With the rough and tumble world of work, having negative thoughts and feelings is unavoidable. However, if we understand and expand our emotional intelligence capabilities, we'll be able to overcome the negative thoughts and feelings and learn to act in a way that reflects our values rather than what we are feeling at the moment. So let's jump into the workbook and consider these concepts and build the skills we need for developing and sustaining emotional intelligence. So let's say Scott and I work together, and I want Scott to take a look at my handout. Now, Scott, your lines are going to be, Kit, this is a pile of trash. You're a dork. Okay, that's what you're going to say. Kit, this is a pile of trash. You're a dork. Ready? Scott, I've been working on this handout for the last couple of weeks. I just want to run it by to see, what do you think of the handout?
Kit, this is a pile of trash. You're a dork.
Well, most people wouldn't even say it. Kind of said it like you meant it. Thanks. So anyway, Scott says, Kit, this is a pile of trash. You're a dork. I heard him say it. I saw him say it. Let's say my interpretation is, this must be a personal attack. Well, what would I feel like doing? Attacking back, and I say, I'm a dork. Takes a dork to know a dork. Hey, come with me down the hallway. There's a bathroom, there's mirrors in there. I'll show you a dork, right? Those are my options. That might be what I'd express by go, wait a minute now. Of course, we all have bad days. When things aren't going well at home, we tend to drag it to work. If things aren't going well at work, we tend to drag it home. But part of emotional intelligence is getting ourselves back on track. So understanding what makes us angry or frustrated or causes negative feelings, and then to have an action plan, kind of a rescue kit of our own, to make sure that we have some positive, productive ways that we can get ourselves back on track emotionally and psychologically. So during the presentation, the groups will discuss what are the things that really make you upset, and then what are some productive, positive strategies that you can put into practice to get ourselves back into the right frame of mind so that we act professionally in our jobs.
Spiritual fatigue, and that's a sense of hopelessness, helplessness, thoughts of escape, running away. You don't like your coworkers anymore, you don't like your clients anymore, you're sick of it. And I think the best way to tell you that spiritual fatigue is if you're watching one of those TV programs that has those stories about people that have run away to another part of the country for 5 or 10 years and none of their family and friends can find them, and as you're sitting there watching that show, you're wondering if you could do that, if you could just run away for 5 or 10 years. Just take cash, take all the cash you can find. Credit cards and checks are too easy to trace, just take the cash.
Scott says, Kit, this is a pile of trash, you're a dork. I heard him say it, I saw him say it, you heard him say it, you saw him say it. Let's say my interpretation is, there must be something wrong with the handout. Then how do I feel? Curious. So if I feel curious, what would I ask him? What are how questions? What would I ask? What would you like to change in the handout? What would you like to do differently? How can I make it better? What would you recommend? Then if he says counseling, maybe it is a personal attack. But double check that interpretation, has quite an impact on my feelings, my options, and I might just say, what would you like to see changed in the handout? Not take it personally. Because you know this, you don't get paid to take it personally. You get paid to respond professionally. Motivation is a key part of emotional intelligence. So during the presentation, I have a long list of motivating factors, and as participants are going through the day, they kind of score themselves in a way, whether this is something that drives them or not. But they'll also notice there's a long list of other motivating factors that aren't motivating for them, but are for other people. And I think that empathy or understanding is critical as we work with others that are different than us.